All right. We have finally a thrift haul.
Hi, I'm Liz with the High Vintage. I have this wild dream of making this 100-year-old abandoned general store into a vintage clothing store. So I find cool pre-owned and vintage clothes to sell online, all in hopes to one day open up the Hive in real life. If this is your jam, follow me on my journey and be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification.
So it's been a really long time since I've been able to do a thrift haul. And again, it has to do with the whole drama thing. But one thing that I have been really considering lately is whether or not I'm running my comps the right way. So this time, I ran my comps a little different. I went ahead and, of course, I ran the actual value to see on eBay or Poshmark. I sell mostly vintage clothing and pre-owned clothing. And I ran the comps to see if the item is selling, and if so, for how much. But one thing I never really took into consideration before is what the sell-through rate is. Now, lesson, you ready? Sell-through rate is you take how many of the item has sold versus how many of the item is available for sale, and you see if that item is a desirable item. So, how we can do this is, I'm sorry with the mic thing, but you know, we're rolling with it. Let's say I researched something and there are 4 for sale, but when I go to sold, there are 5 that have sold. Now, we're talking mostly on eBay. If you're running your comps or running your sell-through rate on eBay, and this may or may not be a good judgment on other platforms, because your buyer on eBay is going to be very different than your buyer on Depop, than your buyer on Poshmark. And sell-through rate isn't exactly on eBay a good key indicator of whether or not it's a desirable item on those other platforms. I've sold things on Depop that just don't move on eBay. I've sold things on Poshmark a lot faster and for a lot more money than anybody was getting for it on eBay. Transversely, there are items on eBay that are really hot, and even though you can't pay someone to take them off of your Poshmark, eBay buyers are willing to pay a little extra. So, let's reiterate. When we talk about running comps, we're seeing what the item is selling for on other platforms, selling for, not what it's listed for, but what the sold item number is. And we're deciding if our investment, either at the thrift store or at a garage sale or whatever, is worth taking, so that way we can clean it up, list it, sell it, and if there's enough room there for profit. If you are running your sell-through rate, you're seeing how popular that item is within a 90-day span. So if you look up something on eBay, it's only going to show you the 90 days. If you are running comps on antique items or sell-through rate on antique items, chances are eBay's not going to be your best bet. You might want to try something like WorthPoint. WorthPoint is going to show you something, its sell-through rate over, I think it's like 10 or 12 years. Don't quote me on that. But it's a good indicator to see kind of where you're at. Now, you're not guaranteed to sell these items within 90 days, but it can help you decide whether or not you're going to pick the item up. So, I already ran comps and sell-through rate for the items I'm going to show you. They're kind of random, so I'm going to have to look them up. This is all purchased at a thrift store. This is a really cute, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, of course you can see it. It's like an umbrella print dress. I don't know the maker of this. I think it's Field of Flowers or Field Flower. And I picked this up because it is such a beautiful print. If it fit me, I would keep it, but also because of what it's made of. Here we go. So it is cotton, nylon, and cashmere. So we can put cashmere blend in there. I looked this up and I couldn't find anything like it at all. There's a very similar Louis Farad vintage 80s dress that's going for $500, but this is not Louis Farad. So I can't find anything. I can't find sell-through. I can't find anything like that. I think I'm going to ask about between $40 and $50 for it. And I think the fact that it's such a unique print, it's such a beautiful, flattering cut, is what's going to sell it. And then also the fact that it's a cashmere blend. The next thing I picked up, anytime I see tie-dye, especially at this one thrift store, I've actually been able to find some really awesome, like Led Zeppelin, Grateful Dead band t-shirts. So anytime I see tie-dye, I go for it. And this is, I guess you could call it a band t-shirt. It is actually a Bad Bunny, who is, he is like a reggaeton rapper. Don't prosecute me here. I know I'm from Miami, but come on. It's a Bad Bunny tour shirt. It's kind of a weird size in that it's a small, but you know. Let's see. I looked this one up, and it's selling anywhere between $30 and $70. Big range. So I might stick to the higher end because you could always ask for more and take less, and you can't always take less and ask more. Does that make sense? Or ask less and take more. There we go. Let's see. The sell-through rate was 2 listed and 2 sold on eBay and on Poshmark, because I was able to look this up on Poshmark. Okay. Moving on. We have, I very rarely pick up scrubs unless I know the brand, and I happen to know this brand. It's called Figs. It is a sleeveless scrub top. Some people get weirded out about picking up scrubs because generally what people are doing, picking up scrubs pre-owned, because generally what people are doing when they're wearing scrubs isn't exactly appetizing. However, people in the medical field know how to clean their scrubs, so I'm not completely worried about that. Let's see, these were Figs scrubs. There were 22 of the same style, different color, different sizes listed, 70 of which have sold. So the sell-through rate on this is really, really good. On eBay, they were going for an average of $20. On Poshmark, they were going for an average of $30. So this is a perfect example of how, you know, if I list this for $30 and someone on eBay sends me an offer for $25, I might hold out for that extra $5 on Poshmark. So scrub top, it's from a brand called Figs. Okay, what are we? This one I picked up because I really liked the color and the print on it. It's from a independent company, AHDCO. So this, I have a feeling like Depop and Grailed might be the best bet for this. There were no sold or listed on any of the platforms at all. However, I did find their actual website, and they're selling for about $45 new. So we're going to kind of play with that. We're going to ask between $20 or $30 and see what happens. This is Standard by James Purse. James Purse has vanity sizing, so this is not a size 2. This is more like a size medium. It's a very standard, get it? Standard. Very like plain V-neck. However, Standard by James Purse, any James Purse really, has a really good sell-through rate, generally speaking, and also has kind of a cult following. Their retail is extremely high. So this had this particular V-neck. I think it was different sizes and colors though. had 101 of them sold, or no, 101 of them listed, 141 sold. So there's more sold than what is listed. So the sell-through rate is phenomenal. And they're selling anywhere between $30 and $20. This one actually has a higher rate, like a higher average sell price on eBay than it does Poshmark. So if you're an eBay seller, standard James purse, again, it's a super plain V-neck t-shirt, but all of their clothing is very much like that. Next, we have Gerard Darrell. And this is kind of I unbuttoned it, and I don't know why. Why do I do these things? So it's a half sleeve, and then it's high-low white collared shirt. So it's a very structured, standard shirt, except that the fact that it's got like these architectural details. So I was able to find that one, 2 of them on eBay listed, 3 of them on eBay sold. So the sell-through rate is high, but there's not a lot available. So that may not necessarily be a good thing. So even though the sell-through rate is really high, there may not be a lot available because they may not be in demand, or the type of person who purchases that may not be on eBay. Who knows? But they were selling anywhere between $25 and $30. So they were selling for $25 on eBay and $30 on Poshmark. This I snatched up right away because it's thick and we're coming into fall. However, fall winter is a little interesting because you're like slowly transitioning out spring summer and transitioning in thicker winter clothes. So this kind of, I think, does both. The fabric itself is really nice and thick. It is a sleeveless, collarless kind of sheath dress, and it's ribbed and has a slit on either side. And this is by the brand Frame. Now, Frame denim jeans resell for really well. Frame denim is a higher end brand. It's not a luxury brand necessarily, but it's a higher end brand. This is a size extra small. So the size might kind of kill it a little bit, but it's got a little bit of stretch. I looked these up. 21 listed, 3 sold. But my Frame buyer isn't an eBay buyer. And so if I were to take that into consideration, the type of person who's going to buy a ribbed gray solid frame dress isn't shopping on eBay. They're shopping on Poshmark, they're shopping on Tradesy, things like that. So there was none listed on Poshmark, none sold on Poshmark, and there was one list. I went to the Frame website. I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out how I got the price. That's a $285 dress. The going rate on eBay is $70. So that means I could probably get more for it and it'll sell faster on Poshmark. So if I have listings on eBay for this dress, no listings on Poshmark for this dress, I know the Poshmark search is a little weird, so maybe it's just not showing me the dress, but chances are this is going to go really good there. This is a brand called The Mountain. Whenever I see their shirts, especially the vintage, if they're single stitched, this one is not, I do pick them up because there are people who collect the Mountain shirts. This is a large, but I feel like this would be a kid's large. That's not an adult sizing. But it is a national park, Acadia National Park, and it's the mountain. So, and then you have the tie-dye aspect. So you can stack these features to see if whether or not something's going to be a good buy. Let me see. There was none that were exactly like this. There were some of the mountain t-shirts that had different national parks on them, and they were going for anywhere between $20 and $25. So I mean, if you're picking up your shirts for like 50 cents a dollar, it's totally worth it. So the mountain. And like I said, I'd be really surprised if that sticks around for more than 2 weeks. Sekai Run is a kids shoe company. They kind of have a cult following because they are really meant for walkers' shoes. So these are in pretty good condition. They're a floral Mary Jane with a Velcro strap. So like there's like little like hairs and stuff in the Velcro, which I can clean out, and then little like random frayeds that a lighter will take care of. These had 39 listed and 13 sold. However, I also sell on Citizen, which you can't really run the sell-through rate on Citizen. But they are selling for $20 on eBay. Selling for, not listed for, selling for. They're listed for a lot more, but they're selling for $20 on eBay, and on Poshmark they're selling for about $15. So again, if your initial investment is low enough, it's a good little thing. And plus, like, I love Sekai Run because my kid wears it and it helps him with his walking. I don't know what I did with this other shoe. TUK or Tuck. This is also a kid's creeper. This is not an adult shoe. It's a kid's creeper. Size, I don't know. 3. So it's like, you know, big kids. And I have the other shoe somewhere. I just know that I have the other shoe. So, there was one listed and one sold. So, what is that? 50-50 chance of the selling in 90 days or 60 days. These are selling for $30 on eBay or $35 on Poshmark. And again, I make sure that I'm looking these up used. I don't want to look up the new sizes because they did or new condition. They did have some of them new, but they were, I think, $75 or $80 brand new. And that's secondhand. Not secondhand, but on the resale market. So pick those up. And the TUKs, generally speaking, are a good pickup. If you can get them $10 or below, go for it. If they have the really large platforms or they go up like to the knee, you could spend up to $20 and definitely make about between 80 and 100 depending on condition. This is a Peloton shirt. I did not look this up. I didn't look up a lot of this stuff when I did it, but then I was like running everything afterwards. So the reason why I picked this up is that I picked up a Peloton shirt a long time ago, the last time I saw one. And I decided, I looked at the comps, and the comps looked good. I washed it that afternoon, listed it that night, and by morning it had sold. Now, this one, so when I saw Peloton, I just put it right in my cart. Like, okay. However, this one has 451 listed and 90 sold. So the sell-through rate is trash. And they're selling for about $10. So I'm definitely going to look them up next time I see them, but hopefully that sells. And it's not even a great size. I think it's like a small or something. Not that if you're a small that you're not great. You're great. You're fabulous. Yeah, it's a small. But on resale, if it's a larger size, it has a tendency to sell faster. Okay, so now we have, this is an Urban Outfitters brand. I think it's called Three Feathers. Feathers. But it's Urban Outfitters. And it's intentionally distressed front pocket. This is actually a shirt dress. So it's like a mini dress. This is a size small or extra small? Extra small. And it's intentionally distressed. It's intentionally kind of like this faded hem. Okay. Anything Urban Outfitters I pick up mostly because it sells almost instantly on Depop. So I pick it up. Especially if I'm spending just like $1 or $2 on it, I'm definitely picking it up. Now, there is nothing on eBay for it. However, on Poshmark, they were only selling for like $10 or $15. Again, on I don't really run comps on Depop, but I know this is easily $15, $20 on Depop. I know. This is Scotch and Soda. I've been seeing more and more of this lately. This is called, this line from Scotch and Soda, they always have like a little tag on it. You see that? And it says High on Chai. So if you look up High on Chai, you'll see all the different ones. The ones that I saw listed were not prints. So I'm assuming the print could be a better sale than the solid High on Chai. And the fabric is very thin and airy. The fabric content card was cut out. So this would have been better for summer, but I'm still going to wash it and list it because I live in Miami and it's summer all the time. New improved shirt makers from your favorite brand. Okay, so where do I have you? Scotch and Soda. There were 2 listed and none sold, but again, those were like solids. They weren't the print like this. And these were going for like, I saw some sold on Poshmark, but again, it's kind of hard because of how the search engine is. You can't really see how many are being sold because I can look up Scotch and Soda High on Chai print and it's going to come up with like all these different things. But I did find some sold listings for like super plain solid ones on Poshmark and they were going for anywhere between $25 and $35. So I'm going to list this one probably $35 or $40 and see what I can do because of the fact that it is this like really pretty floral stripe kind of Indian gauze vibe. This is by a brand called Odd Future. This is a baseball jersey. Their lavender baseball jersey. It's an okay size. Men's medium doesn't sell too well, but considering it's like this kind of younger color and younger brand, it might sell okay. They had 10 of these listed. 4 of them had sold. However, none of them were this on eBay. I did find some sold on Poshmark for $30. So, and I think there was like a stain or something on it. I don't know. But it was around $30. So that's probably what I'm going to list it for. Again, if you buy it for a couple bucks, it's worth picking up. It's one of those kind of like, I guess like urban brands or like streetwear brands. That's the word I'm looking for, streetwear. I hope you can hear me. Okay. This is a CP Shades velvet top cardigan. CP Shades is always a good seller for me. I very rarely have CP Shades listed for more than like a week, to be honest. And CP Shades is along the same lines as like J. Jill or Eileen Fisher, so it's like an older, more mature brand. This will probably sell on eBay pretty quickly. On eBay, they had 38 similar items listed. I couldn't find this exact one, and 16 of them had sold. There a few of those 16 were this exact type of shirt, just in a different size. And they were selling on eBay for about $35, and they were selling on Poshmark for $50, which is different. This Levi's trucker jackets, I will almost always pick up if they're in decent condition. This has a considerable amount of fading. It's black denim. However, I think that lends to the vibe. If the distressing is good, even if there's like paint splatters or stuff like that on it, if the price is right, I'll pick it up. So Levi's, this is not vintage. You can tell it's not vintage because it doesn't have any paper tags. It has these like cloth tags. And then sometimes they have the date. I'm going to try to see if I can find it. Is that the date? I don't know how to tell the date on these. I only know how to tell the date on vintage ones. Any hoosers. So this is the white tag Levi's denim trucker jacket. And I looked this up. There is about 1,000 of these listed, and about 600 of them have sold. So if you think about that, 600 jackets is a lot of jackets to sell in the middle of summer. Like, think about that. So they're selling. It's just a matter of time of when they're going to sell. The average sale price is about $35. So I'm going to list this one for about $35, $40 and go from there. Because I do accept offers and I do send offers. And, you know, let's just keep that money rolling. Mama's gotta buy a store. This is Zara Woman. Do not discount Zara. Some Zara brands, or because there's like Zara Truffle or whatever, and then there's like Zara Basics and Zara Woman. Zara Woman, generally speaking, and you have to look it up, has a pretty good sell-through rate. So this one is like this kind of very boxy snake print dress. It's a mini dress. I think it's a large. Yep, it's a large, so it's a really good size. We looked this up, and there was 345 of them listed. However, not all of them were this exact style number. I did just look up keywords. I didn't look up the actual style number, but there is a way, if you look inside. Watch this thing make a liar out of me. No. Where this number right here on the inside tag for Zara is the style number, and you can look that up and get the exact name and then use that name to further research like your sell-through rate and things like that. So in case you come across it, I had already picked it up. Had I ran the sell-through rate prior, I'm not sure I would have, to be honest with you. But let's see. They are selling anywhere between $20 and $30. They're selling for a higher average price point on Poshmark than they are on eBay. So, with that said, 80 snake print Zara dresses have sold on eBay over the last 90 days. Let's process that. My Zara customer isn't always on eBay. But when they are, they're willing to fork over, how much? What did I say? $20 for this dress. Versus the $30 I can get for it on Poshmark, even though I can't really run my sell-through rate on Poshmark. So I think I might have still picked it up, maybe just not for the price that I paid for it. I think I paid like $5 for that. And is this it? I thought I had more. Purse, frame, CP shades, CK run. Yeah, I guess that's it. And last but not least, I have this Prairie Mountain, made in the USA. It is not single stitch, it's double stitch. But we have this really cool wolf print on there. And it says Grand Canyon on it. And I almost feel like this is going to glow in the dark. But it's got these really red. I got to see if it glows in the dark. Because it looks like it would. So this, I ran the comps on. There's one listed, none sold. Not in this size though, in a much smaller size. This is a size 6'8", which is like a kid's medium. And it was listed for $24. So honestly, I think $24 for a used kid's t-shirt is kind of But if you have the matching shirt for this and you want one for your kid, I could see you definitely dropping $18 on that. So that is my thrift haul for today. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like thrift hauls and you want more of them, please go ahead and like this video so that way I know to make more of them for you. Love you. Bye.